So the Boulder Police Department in Colorado in the US have announced that it was going to partner up with the Colorado Cold Case Review Team to continue looking for answers. Since JonBenét's tragic murder, detectives have investigated leads from more than 21,000 tips. They've travelled to 19 different states to interview or speak to more than 1,000 people. As most of you are probably aware, JonBenét was a beauty queen. She was 6 years old when she was tragically murdered in 1996. And the murder was discovered on the morning of December the 26th, as I said, in 1996. There was a bizarre ransom note, which is the second longest ransom note in world history. The ransom note has never sat well with me, and I have to say, I've always believed that it was written by Patsy Ramsey, who was JonBenét's mother, who is now deceased. JonBenét's father, John Ramsey, found JonBenét's body in the basement of their Boulder home. The crime scene was not secured properly. Friends of the family turned up, were walking all over the place, so DNA was compromised, and that certainly did not help the investigation. A lot of people have since claimed they believe that Burke Ramsey, who is JonBenét's brother, was responsible and that their parents covered up what he'd done. Obviously, I don't know if that's true, but it's certainly a theory that I think could be possible. I also think that maybe JonBenét's father killed her. Sorry to be so blunt, but you know me guys, I don't hold back on sharing my views with you all. I've followed the case of JonBenét Ramsey since it happened in 1996. It was the first ever American true crime case that caught my attention. I was a young girl when this occurred, but my fascination with all things true crime had already begun even in the mid-90s. I have to say, I've always suspected that either JonBenét's father or JonBenét's brother did the dirty deed. Now, I know not everyone's going to agree with that, and all opinions are welcome here on my channel. I don't ever want people to feel they can't tell me their views, especially if they disagree with me. So, first of all, I'd love to know what you think happened to JonBenét and what you think about a new investigation. Are you feeling positive that maybe, just maybe, the truth might actually come out about what happened to JonBenét? Maybe it wasn't her family that covered up her grisly murder. Maybe a predator broke into her home, although I doubt it, and killed her. Who could say? Only the perpetrator knows the truth, and I just hope that the truth is going to come out soon and poor little JonBenét gets the justice that she so deserves. Whoever did the horrible deed and killed little JonBenét gets a huge red flag from me. Let's just hope they're caught soon, guys, and that this very, very old cold case could finally be solved. Now, you're probably aware that a police investigation in 2008 cleared both Patsy Ramsey and John Ramsey, who were JonBenét's parents, of any involvement in her murder. Some people believe an intruder broke into the home. Some people believe that somebody that knew JonBenét from being a beauty queen may have killed her. And other people like myself believe that the family were involved in some way. Now, the Boulder Police Department, in addition to working with the cold case team in Colorado, are going to be partnering with private DNA labs to review the cold case. There's going to be professional investigative, analytical and forensic experts from across the state working on JonBenét's case. This is such good news. I really hope this case could be solved. Like I said, it's the longest case that I've ever looked at from the US, and it's always fascinated me from the moment that I heard about JonBenét's tragic death. A lot doesn't add up in the case. JonBenét's father seemingly knowing that she was in the basement and not searching the entire house has never sat well with me. Her brother Burke not wanting to get out of bed when a police officer asked him to come downstairs has always weirded me out. There's many things that have weirded me out. The fact that the ransom note was so long and was written on Patsy's notepad, and also mentioned the exact amount that John Ramsey had recently received in a bonus from his job, just stinks. But that doesn't necessarily mean the family are guilty. Maybe somebody that knew John wrote that letter and it wasn't Patsy at all. Whoever committed this awful, awful crime needs to be locked up, needs to be held accountable, and should already be in prison. They've evaded justice for a very, very long time, and if it was Burke or John, I really hope they throw the book at them. Perhaps they really could prove that it was the family, or perhaps they could prove that it was an intruder. But there was no evidence of somebody breaking into the house. The fact that the crime scene was compromised and not secured could mean that evidence of an intruder wasn't secured properly. I am open to all ideas on this case, and perhaps my thoughts that the family are involved are incorrect. I really hope so, for JonBenet's sake. I really would like to go into a lot more details about my theories on this case in a future video. I'm not going to make any promises as to when that could be, because my health is so up and down at the moment. Hopefully I'll have the time to make a much longer video on JonBenet's case and give you more background as to why I feel her family were involved. So guys, please share your thoughts with me on this tragic case. Who do you think is responsible? Pop me a comment below, and as always, I'll look forward to reading your views. Bye for now.